by Brick, and your sound just changed. I'm Big B and Eric, and I'm obviously underprepared for yet another Mystery Package Monday store vlog, vloggage type stuff, thingamabobber, whatever's working title in progress. So, as underprepared as I said, I do not have any of the information needed pulled up for the Mystery Package Monday. So we're going to end up doing that live. But, or while I'm talking to you right now, probably. Oh. Been a pretty fantastic week. And great weekend to go with it. Had a phenomenal lug meeting. Always fun with those. And pretty good Saturday stream. Can't argue on that one. Getting ready for Philly. Shall be a good time. Lots of stuff going out as far as that, and lots of orders being held for that as well. Actually have a thing right here dedicated to the orders so far. Just sitting waiting to bring to Philly that I've already pulled for people to make sure that the parts arrived to them and weren't accidentally put into another order. Just trying to make sure everybody's got their stuff for the last minute on it. If you didn't know, we have an actual special, my special secret reading glasses here to figure out. This was sent February 8th, 2016. So, pretty terrible on my part to have that sitting around for so long, not doing anything about it. I agree with you completely. I should be a better person and should be more on top of my poop. Probably didn't say any of that, but that's just me. So what I'm doing is I've searched looking for the person's name through my Gmail to pull up the emails that might have come from them. I then go and pull the order number off of the email. I then go and open up the downloaded XML from Bricklink because I got that stuff in time. Then I spend an inordinate amount of time trying to just copy a couple simple tags, thinking that I'm making life easier on me. And spend 30 seconds doing that. And like I said, just replace the order tags and down with the replacement word of inventory. Save as an XML and import into Brickstock, my favorite program. Who's out there? Who's our viewers? Please let me know. I know this is like the least exciting store blogging related thing out there, but just wondering. This keeps me on task. To me, that's important. Line three mismatch. What did I do on this thing? Add Big B. Yeah, that's why. I just had my tag incorrect. Don't worry about it, people. And here we go. Back into it. Oh my God, Colin. hell am I doing here? Ah, damn it. Third time's a charm. I swear. Yeah, I should be talking during this a lot more right now. It would be quite more interesting if you guys could see what I was doing too, I'm sure. Oh my god. Alright. So what I'm going to do is start over from the beginning. I am terrible. This is quite possibly the worst starting vlog yet. You tell me. Copy my next problem was I was copying two tags. Replace orders and VAT with inventory. Orders, order with inventory. And that's going to fix it. Yes, I would like to replace it, thank you. File. Import. XML. Last time. Gonna work. Going to be successful. Not gonna look like a complete amateur. And it worked! Yes! And M&M Bricks, the one here goes wild. How are you doing, M&M Bricks? Welcome to the shame pile. For those that don't know, that are just tuning in or not tuning in, this is my way. Years ago, I was going absolutely fiendishly crazy on Bricklink, doing a very poor practice of buying a lot of onesie-twosie items from different stores that had them ultra cheap, and had no way to keep up with the influx of orders that I was placing, and just started stowing them in one place or another and trying to forget about them. Well, I have forced myself to come to a reckoning. This is what that's all about. Plus, I talk about shit that went on during the week in the store, if there's people that are interested. If you check out Facebook or Instagram, I had an awesome order from Mr. Kevin Hinkle. I was very surprised at and very happy at. And I also had a great order from the folks at Brick Loot. Always good to get an order from them. As of last week, we picked up a small box. And see, now I can relax and actually talk to you guys because I got the info in front of me. Sorry that took 10 minutes. I will do better next time. As the order next week didn't do diddly or squat with it, but we are all caught up except for 6 trays on all of the orders before that. So not too bad overall. Not too bad overall. Unassembled with accessory. No accessory. Okay. Every once in a while, I used to find people that would sell CMFs individually, but they really were the set. I don't know why. For some reason, they may have thought They may have thought that it sold better just as a minifigure and not as a set, but of course, buying it that way, you also got the accessories and the base plate with it for essentially free. What's up, brother, from another brick? So I tried to do that a lot. I would catch a lot of those early on influx of a CMF series. People would just be trying to ditch them and make a sale and get happy. When CMF release days, that's when people come out of the woodwork that are just looking to get an order. That are just looking for some. I'm not going to say some attention like that, but are just looking to get their store some attention. And they're hoping that putting like a minifigure in their store will spawn. And this is a lot of times this is the newer side of sellers, thinking that it will spawn some mass selling from their store of other items as well. Sometimes it does, but usually it doesn't. And what happens is somebody goes in there and just buys out all of the stuff that they just put in there at super low price to attract people. So sellers beware. That happens so frequently. And not by me anymore. There's others out there that have taken over that. See, I'm just looking through this really quick to see if there was anything special that I should notice in this upcoming order. Looking around here, trying to keep this quick and clean. Looking forward to Philly. Everybody's doing Philly. Philly. I'll be getting into Philly on Wednesday night with my orders for whoever placed an order before then. I'm going to close that at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, since I'll be getting there on Wednesday. It should be pretty last minute. What's up, Ralph? Did a cool trade with Tony at the lug meeting and picked up Polybag. He gave it to me at the price that he got it at, which was at $250 from the local Discovery Center. He had Snail Lady had taken a run and picked up Tony one, and Tony traded to me for some store credit, which was super cool. Always down with cool trades for some store credit. I'm up to 9 pounds of unsorted new CMF heads that I need to get sorted. I know the last time we talked, it was at 3 pounds, but it's hard to say no. I know the source. I know it's good. I know more than I'm supposed to know about it. And I'm happy. It's quite possibly the best side deal I've gotten yet. Side deal being not off Bricklink or Brick Owl, or from a big box store. So excellent deal. Looking forward to collecting all that pick-a-brick cases from Brick or Treat that I picked up a while back at Philly, as well as meeting up with Foo and getting a whole bunch of stuff from him, Mr. World Traveler Lego Shopper. Go check out his store as well as Brick or Treats if he's still got his up and running. Actually did a little hunting this weekend and snooping around trying to figure out whatever happened to Brick Willett. Just wonder what's up with that dude. Hope everything's going well. He was a really nice guy. Let's see. As most of you know, there was a lot of scuttlebutt this weekend with regards to a used seller of Lego within the community that had been ripping off one person very reportedly by a great video by Iceberg Bricks. And on the Saturday stream, I had asked if anybody could give me a firsthand account of it, just so I could speak knowledgeably about it and not be speaking from secondhand knowledge. Not that secondhand knowledge is hearsay, but I really do like to have knowledge firsthand of things, so it's not a rumor mill, and I'm still seen as a good source. But there seems to be an individual who used to go by the name of Birdie Bots Bricks. Um, it's James Gregory something, last name starts with an A, off of Facebook, but has been scamming quite a number of folks within the Lego community, whether it be a complete scam or a partial scam. But there's a lot of other language to go with it too that is demeaning to orientation and also to religious affiliation, religious belief. He was on the streams a while back before I took it back over. I think at the end of Bricksmith's end, because he was a new person in the community. But I think a lot of people sort of sensed when he came on the streams that whenever given an opportunity to talk, it was always swayed towards him pitching a sale or something like that. But I sniffed him out pretty early that it was just not somebody that I ever wanted to deal with. I got to encounter him in person a couple times over at Clutch's store for lug meetings, and he had come up to me and was trying to chat me up and talk to me about, people who I knew and stuff like that. And had mentioned to me something about, YouTube, and I made the side comment of, I don't really like to talk and hang out with people from YouTube that dwell and live in the drama of YouTube and drum it up in the Lego community for the sake of drumming it up in the Lego community. He thought I was talking about somebody else. I was talking about him. Anyways, just be wary and always be wary. By partial scams, I mean that the folks that I spoke to had said that basically he pushed them to ship out his stuff that he had worked on his side of the trade for him to receive quickly. And that's usually because he was going to post it on eBay or something like that for sale. But then also they were really slow to receive theirs. And one person who I'm not going to use their name as an example, but they're still waiting on their stuff. And the promise is that they'll get it at Philly. So hopes go out to them that they are completed. I don't try to chase individual helping out for adults because they're adults and they're fairly good at taking care of themselves. And wouldn't you feel like a child if I tried to solve your problems as an adult? I have no problems stepping in for children when they get ripped off, as obvious from my early YouTubeage. But you're a grown-ass man. You can handle your problems. I have no problem warning people about somebody once it's proven to me. And thank you for all of you. Thank you for all of those who stepped forward and came forward and talked to me about what was going on. I appreciate it. I had no idea that was happening. In fact, a few of the people that came forward and talked to me, I had thought that they were really good friends with him. And I had thought, basically, if they're really good friends with him, then some of these things that I am hearing about him cannot be true. Because these people, one, would normally speak up and say something, and two, I wouldn't want to mess with either because, the big dude. So, anyways, buyer beware. If you're going to do a deal, mailing's not always the best option. Sometimes meet in the middle, maybe even meet if you trust the person and know the person and good to know, and kind of set somebody up to get murdered on Craigslist. Build it with them. Meet at a lug meeting. Hey, let's do the trade at the lug meeting this weekend. Guarantee you they're going to say no if they're going to scam you. They're not going to get in a room full of other Lego freaks and pull a bad deal or try to pull a fake on you. So, safe places, your lugs. Also, great place to meet crazy, cool Lego folks like yourself. I have an absolute flipping blast every weekend. I couldn't believe I sat there until 7 this weekend talking to those guys, and then went outside and was still talking to them for another 20 minutes, and then raced home, keeping to the speed laws as applicable as blah, 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 to make it home 5 minutes before the show started for the Cellar stream. But couldn't believe how quickly that one went by as well. So it was a good show too. Still trying to get Jack on and set up another weekend with Bricklink. Even if we have to pre-record it like a podcast or something like that, we will, in order to no, I'm not talking about the 200 fake first order stormtrooper guy. I'm talking about tattoo face guy. He's before your time, Pumpkin. I can't believe that Pumpkin's already aged out of Lego. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm going to be pulling live bricks out balls at Philly with the person who placed the order. So they're going to be, essentially pulling their own winning ball or putting their own winning prize as we're doing it while we're at Philly. If somebody places an order from the social media community and wants to have a certain person who's at Philly do the video and pull the ball for them, I'll see if I can make that happen. That's been a fan favorite in the past for people, so we'll definitely go with that. And I haven't announced it here yet, but I already announced it at my lug meeting. This year at Philly, if you include element 90,001, Big B Splat, in your mock, on your own, of your own volition, not me just throwing it aimlessly and being aimless and slightly douchey. If you include it in your mock and have it displayed the entire time during Philly and stuff like that, it's $5 off your next order that you place in the store. Just a credit, boom, right there. If you have the mock that I judge to be the best usage of the Big B Splat during Philly, you'll get $100 store credit, whatever he wants. And the international praise and admiration of all your fellow AFOLs that care about this Big B Brick Splat thing. If you want to play along at home during Philly, you are more than welcome. And I just thought about this right now, so I don't have any prize made up and figured out for it. But I don't want to be uninclusive to people that aren't going. So if you're going to Philly, or if you're not going to Philly, there will be a separate type of thing. I don't have time to send you if you place an order, you're going to get a splat, but I'm not going to take the time to send them out. You know what I mean? Specifically just to send you a splat so you can participate. This is sort of a thing that people know that happens, that if you have one of the splats, you get to participate in these other types of things, and that's why they place an order to, Pumpkin, I'm not hazing you, man. I'm reading the words you say. Like I saw something that said young, and I was like, did he talk about his younger years? Anyways, you guys want to see the data or the bricks? Let me know in the comments. I know there's not that many of you. Is there anything else? I swear we're going to finish building the damn boat. Some point. Hooj and Chris seemed into doing it this coming week, so that may happen. Had a killer daddy-daughter dance with my daughter. Great birthday. Big D just started his first Lego coding class over at a different school. So now every Monday I got to pick them up after school and race them over to the other schools to begin in time. But it was still an amazing deal because I was able to once again trade store credit with the Sylvan Learning Center in order to get my child enrolled in 2 classes specifically for Lego robotics and Lego programming, and build a bridge that way to somebody else in the community who's got the same aim as I do, which is to try to help educate the next generation one way or another through their own ways and means. I had always dreamed of being a teacher. through my pathway through life, and realized that I do not have the patience for other people's children. I speak very frankly with my children and very truthfully, and I've always used a very adult, not cursing, but adult language with them. I don't use kiddie words to die things down, and I use the exact word that I mean to. I speak to my kids like they're anybody else, and they're used to that. I don't know if other kids would really be used to that type of stuff. Anyways, you guys have whatever. You guys want to see the bricks? Here we go. This one is from Axiday. Oh, there we go. I think forever to go through all of these. We've got these big LBG slopes, blue little macaroni and trans orange 2x2 bricks, some slopes and fences, 1x4 with studs on one side. I know there's like 500,000 people that are asking me about 1x4. Just 1x4 straight up bricks. Arches and Technic bricks. Plates. Dr. Whoage. Mistake buy run right there. Mistake buy number 1. Dump them all over yourself. This is quite possibly the fastest falling valued priced piece on all of Bricklink. For the first couple years that I was on Bricklink, I watched this go from 55 to 60 cents down to 40 cents. And then now within seemingly a 9-month to 1 year period, it has gone from 40 cents to 20 cents. And Lego still sells them for $5 each. So, all right. We have wheels and inverted, curved inner arch skateboard tracks. Some brackets for some reason. Assorted tiles. Now you see at this point, at least so far through the order on this time, I had shit a little bit more figured out. I wasn't all over the map as far as colors went. I knew that if I went out, I was going to hit the standards, the basics. I was going for the buckshot on this one, which means my monochromes, my earth tones, and my dirt tones. Those are basically what everybody needs, no matter what they build. Black, white, grays, dark brown down to tan, and your greens within reason. So, not bad so far. I'm happy with myself. I'm never upset. And I got some Emmets in here. Emmets are actually a fig that is already gone up more than Ware was before. Emmets a couple years ago were going for like $1.50 to $2 each, no matter what the design. And we'll find out in a second here what it's worth now. But I know that Emmett's hair is worth enough that it's worth it to go after an Emmet if you see him cheap. So, always grab the pink macaroni. I just like it. Some of these pieces were new at the time, which is why I got them. I've probably since then gone in and overswooped someone else who had disregarded the price and started cursing it and hating it. And that's usually, back when I used to do this stuff, that's usually when I won. when somebody would go in and hate on an element. These are the Friends printed tiles, the fire, water, and earth. I always sort of envisioned that somebody would figure out a way to either use them as soda in some way or another, if you're like a custom Lego brand of soda with different flavors, or Molotov cocktails. So at one point I imagined that, Zany would come up with a vending machine that you could just put in money and pull a Molotov out of, that type of stuff. I should have suggested those types of things. Or mentioned it. Or talked about it. Now here's an interesting one. I've definitely recently found good limits on robot arms. And this is a good one. I really appreciate this printed flag. No one else seems to. I think it's a great one that's going to go down. It's not the classic flag. It's more the new age classic flag. But still, take what you can get, and not bad. No idea why I got those levers. I'm already going to hold any 1x4 black brick that shows up in here for you. Okay. This dark tan is still, to this day, one of my favorite colors. I really just like the way that it works with other colors. Tan is nice. Dark tan is better. All right, so now we're getting into the Y's, I don't knows. That would be a yellowish green large macaroni. These will be very beneficial. This is the 2x1x3. And then very, very large flags in black. That's a cool one. More I don't knows. In here, a whole bunch more I don't knows. Good pickup. Unique animal body parts are sometimes handy to have. More Doctor Who. So we're talking, what did I say, January or February 2006 on this one? The Circa purchase. Oh, nice. Oh, solid score, solid score. And right here, this is these are the minifig heads from the Christmas Toy Soldiers CMF. Always good to get some of these right here. These are Olive Smalls. Chima torsos coming back in fashion. Not hating them on them anymore. Never was hating on them first. Big old lightsaber one day, maybe. More of those LBG slopes. Ah, cool. Castle, prison, dungeon, bottom floor apartment window walls. Panels and tiles. Lots of the same colors. For some reason, I picked up these, I'll call them the cars, 4x fenders in the front in dark brown. I probably found some older cars pieces in this guy's store for us. Here is the Native American mom. One swirly cookie, but I don't mind. It's a tile. I don't mind getting tiles like that. Good ones. Some I don't knowers. Good. They're actually always good to have. Also good, like a debarked tree. I don't know why. These are wall items. Although I did just sell like 2,000-3,000 wall items to Brick Loot. So quantities matter. But also more importantly, quantities that you have the other parts that they're looking for matter. Somebody's less likely to place an order in your store, even if you're cheaper and you have pick-a-brick items or just the items that somebody needs. If you also have, if that other person also has the other items that they need, because a lot of people will think, well, I don't want to pay 2 shippings. So keep that in mind. I'm continuing to say repeatedly, it's not just the quantity in your lot, it's the quantity of lots. People also really tend to enjoy discovering new elements that they haven't seen before. And a lot of that discovery can come when they get lost in your store for hours. That's a good thing for you. That's a good thing for me right there. There's certain elements in those that are starting to come in handy. As in, they're becoming scarcer. Oh, almost done. But nobody's talking. How are you guys doing? Just staring at the stuff I'm putting up on the screen? Because I'm not even talking about it anymore. Oh, actually, I am a little bit. Those are good. Ralph just used a bunch of those in his mock. It looks good. Here's something to show off. All right, so there was there's a misprint skerbuffle that you as a seller and importantly as a buyer should be knowledgeable about. There was quite a few of these sets that came out of somewhere and made it through the factory that had, come on, focus on this to show the difference, please. This may be important to some people. It's very pink on that outer white print. Maybe it wasn't a heavy enough lay. Maybe they were supposed to coat 2 coats. I don't know. I'm not a printing person, but I know that there's issues with this element, with Steve Austin's shield, that it doesn't look like it's a real print because it's a light print. But that's a misprint that made it to market in mass. I'd sell them for a lower price than the ones that are more well done, and try to put a thing on there that excuse me, explains what it looks like a little bit better. Just because, you know, somebody could be like, oh wow, super cheap, I'm gonna get that, it's gonna be awesome, and then be pissed because they thought they got a deal. Instead, they had no knowledge, so it's better to be forthcoming. These are good. I always love finding it back then. I also knew that these were awesome. Oh, nice. The 2x4 tile. Inverted 1x4s. Curves were new back then, or newish. Or those killer wings. Hey, I like friends. What do you want? The elves. The fantasy friends. You guys don't hear me speaking the evils of them as I used to. I'm not as judgmental as I used to be. I may be mellowing. Thank you, seller, for placing those scratchable items in multiple things. It's nice after you sit for a long time to know that they weren't that bad. I appreciate it when people bag stuff mostly like I would have. Yeah, awesome. So these are little baby all wrapped up. Little baby all wrapped up. Great element. Wish I had been more attuned to it earlier on. So, hinge plates, always good to have. I have so many right now in like bluish gray and dark bluish gray. It's ridiculous. I've bought like 1,000 of each. Okay, 1x3 tiles. Always good to have. More assorted tiles. Some Star Wars visors for some reason. Not like I don't have enough of those. Not like I don't have enough of those because I caught them on sale for like half a cent or whatever when somebody gave up and started hating on them. I think it's funny. People are just like in awe sometimes that I find deals like that. I'm like, no, like somebody starts hating on an element, they really will. They'll do something to it to make it sell, so they don't have to have it cause them frustration anymore. I honestly don't think that there should be a piece that causes you frustration. You know, just don't worry about it. Don't let that piece there bother you. Somebody at some point will discover an awesome use for it and come and claim it. And claim it as theirs. All right, so here's one. This just made me chuckle. All right, this probably was a killer score for me back then to get the captain's torso, even without arms. A really good torso right there. And I recently, I think I just got 100 of them. Not just the torso, but the complete assembly. So all it's going to do is present, at this point, another lot to the store, and not necessarily ever move, because there's probably not many straight torsos there. People probably aren't going to be looking for the torso without the arms. It's a rare thing that somebody actually buys a torso without the arms. That's why it's becoming less and less frequent that I go and rip and strip and do full-on Monty to a fig. It's usually only done unless it's got a very, very odd colored arm. And even sometimes I refuse to do it because I see that the number of figs available in circulation have gone down. And if it's a fig that I like, I don't want to be somebody who aids to its demise. Not that we're ever really going to ever run out of these figs. You know, Lego keeps pumping out the parts year after year after year, even after they've... Okay, these are the flutes from Pan. Keeps pumping out the parts year after year after year, even after they've gone off the market and even bringing sets back. So it's not like we have to worry really all that much about a scarcity. These are, for some reason, brackets. And I present to you stickers. Some good, some bad. We'll see. But that's it. I'm going to go over here the brick stock for myself and figure all this out. All right, so that was a 238 or 280, or I think it was 283 beforehand, and now it's 364. Not awesome. Not a well played hand. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, so I'm going to lose money on that without a doubt. Oh, well, I was going to mark that right now. Quarter, and I'll take my 75-cent loss on the three of them. Suck it up and you'll see how much that fell when I picked that up for $1 back then, or 99 cents back then. Probably was worth a lot more than that. These as well. These have experienced a huge price drop. I did poorly. Oh well. Comes with the territory. For high quantities. Nice. 130 of those. 84 of those. Not sure how many that I've got coming into the store soon, but it's still always good to have and build up a quantity of those things. Alright, I got it because it was a penny. Whatevs. Right, whatevs. Doesn't really matter. It is what it is. It's mine now. I've made my decision. I can't dwell in the past. Neither can you. It's just best to move forward. Press on with pride, as we used to say. And that's what I will do. Like I said, don't forget about the Philly Brickfest exclusive contest. Your shot at $100 store credit for using the Big B Splat in your mock at Philly. $5 store credit just for playing along. So everybody has a chance to win. Everybody gets something out of it. There's also right now 10% off your order. If I have to deliver, or if I not have to, you know what I mean. If I'm going to be delivering it to Philly, you'll get it on Wednesday night if you're there, because that's when I'll be getting into Philly. And you will be helping me out with making more videos, and you'll be starring in your own video, picking your own prize. Yeah, fun blast. And if we're in the mood, maybe we can even sing a song. Let's see. Not sure if anybody's been catching any of my songs that I've been singing. If anybody even has the volume turned up, probably not. But I enjoy doing that because I sing anyways. And I enjoy doing the videos with my daughter a lot because she has fun doing those videos with us. That matters more to me than other things. Definitely this week we'll be doing a drawing for this. We are halfway through the drawing for the other one already. Like I said, we have set those limits of maximum of 5 of the 1 in 1 for the 1 in 100 raffle, maximum of 5 tickets per order, 10 per round, just to keep everything fair for everybody. Because there are people with super deep pockets, and that tends to upset people with lesser pockets that want to come in and take a chance at these raffles. And I want to play fairly with everybody. And since it's my store, my channel, I get to make my own rules, which I think are the fairest for the masses. So, sorry if you don't like that. No winner yet on the modular. So, keep them tickets. Hold on tight. Another 5 pounds of minifigure parts coming into the store as well, not just the heads. Working on the greens from set 10697 on a 79 part out, 79X part out of that. Working on the green box, green shade aura hue right now. After that, we have left over the tans and the browns. There's actually separate tan and brown bags in that one. And then gray, and then white-black share a bag. So that was a very heavy earth tone, or I should say dirt tone box. And I am doing that at least based upon projected rate of sales, reverse to first. So I gotta figure out if I want to do tans next or browns next, and black and white will go last. All right, Kim won't need any 1x4 blacks by then. My local Sylvan still will. That's got to be it, right? It's gone. Oh my God, freaking 54 minutes. Holy crap. I'm really sorry that we went so long. It took me forever to go through that box. I'll figure out a faster way to do it in the future. And stop talking to you guys so much. Sorry I'm running to the jaw. But I like the company. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you stopping by. I know I say it every week, but this is the dream job. There's absolutely nothing I'd rather be doing than this. Well, nothing. Nothing would be great. But for a job, this is a great job. It takes a lot of prep. It takes a lot of work. But, you know, it's well worth it for me. And I appreciate the support and love y'all give me. So, what can I say? I thank you. And what I'm going to try to do at Philly, since most people know that I don't sell stuff, I'm going to try to get more prizes for Bricks Out. I'm going to try to get more prizes for the channel. I'm going to try to find stuff that I can find a sponsor to put something in every single order. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I know in talking with Clutch in the past, he has said that it's difficult to get sponsors to realize the number of items that they need to provide in order to make it through a stretch of time. You tell somebody that, hey, let's work on a 6-month deal or whatever, and they give you 200 items, and you've got to tell them, like, okay, this is going to make it a couple weeks. We're gonna have to really figure something out. Let's get an item that puts your name out there, but also is affordable for you. So it'll be interesting to see what I can negotiate. At the same time, I also have a few ideas for my own giveaways to you guys. Something to more identify what the raffle tickets are for. And I don't know if there's growing frustration because it hasn't been drawn yet, or if you guys are happy but it hasn't been drawn yet. And most people have no clue what these raffle tickets are for because you feel as though it betters your chances for the next time around because you didn't have the ticket that was pulled this time. So that'll sort of steer me. Also, while I'm at Philly, I'm going to be pursuing actually talking to somebody specific about getting a logo done. I've got somebody in mind, and I'm hoping that they're willing to assist. So, fingers crossed for me. I'm going to go out and talk to people in person and not over the internets. So, it'll be fun. And I'm also told by a bunch of the folks that at Philly, there'll be day drinking involved. So, haven't done that in a long time. I hope that works well for everybody. Never does. It doesn't, I'm honest. It just works out for stories. Good stories that you never want your children to know about. All right. That's it. That's all. I will cut it and shave it down next time. I know that Ralph says that you guys like having me on in the background, just chatting. But I'm telling you, this is not. I'm actually striving to get a little bit more YouTube-ish as far as within parameters of what people like as far as view times and stuff like that. And I know I run long, and I'm doing it even now, trying to close. I'm trying, and it'll get better. That's it. That's all. Thanks for joining, and specifically, thanks for all the love that you guys have given, the support you guys have given through the past week and through the years in the way of comments, likes, subscribes, and let's be honest, most importantly, because putting peanut butter between two slices of bread requires purchases. So thank you for all the orders. Thank you. And Pumpkin, you said something that was probably good. You don't need to retract your messages, man. You're a lot more grown up now than you used to be. You used to be an annoying little shit, and now you're not. So take that with a positive words, okay, Pumpkin? You're very accepted through the community now, where before you're a tad bit mosquito-ish. But that's all right. We're cool now, and I think we've been cool for a long time. All right. I'm not dissing on Pumpkin. Hopefully he understands that we have actually a relationship as far as a friendship-ish type thing. Anyways, see you all next week.